Hi, my name's Katrina, and in this video I'm going to give you guys a tutorial on how to crochet the early loss hats to donate to Project Robby. The materials you're going to need for this video are going to be any worsted weight number 4 yarn, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, and a hook. And the hook size is going to depend on which size hat you're making. The pattern is going to be for hats for gestation weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it will just depend on the size hat you're making as to what size hook you're going to need. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a list of the hooks used for each individual size hat. In this video, I'm going to actually make the size hat 8-week gestation, so I'm going to be using an eye hook. So to get started, what we're going to do is put our slip knot here, get our yarn on our hook, and we're going to make a magic circle. If you don't know how to make a magic circle, the way I make a magic circle is I'm going to chain 4 chains here, and then I'm going to go back into the first chain and slip stitch to the last chain there. And that has made our magic circle. You'll see the little center part there, that magic circle. That's where we're going to be putting our stitches into, that center part there. So what we're going to do is put 5 single crochet into the center of that magic circle. And this is where your stitch marker is going to come in. It's not required, but sometimes on the first round, that first stitch can be hard to go back and find when you've made your others. So what I do is I'll just put a stitch marker into that first, if I can get it clipped there, into that first stitch, just to mark it. And then we'll go ahead and put the other 4 in there. 4 single crochet. As I'm doing this, I'm trying to incorporate that little tail there underneath these single crochet, just to help hide it so I don't have to weave it in later. Because on these tiny hats, they're hard to flip inside out and go back and try to weave that in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll pull our little tail there to help close up that magic circle there. Little hole. And then pull that tight. Okay, so that's round 1. We have the 5 single crochet. Round 2, we're going to put 2 single crochet into each stitch. So we'll come out with a total of 10 single crochet at the end of this round. So we'll take the stitch marker out here and work in that first stitch. And again, I try to incorporate that little tail into my first 2 stitches here, just to continue hiding it, and then we'll snip it. So we're going to put 1 single crochet, and then 2. Go to our second stitch, and put 2. And you can continue using your stitch marker if you want. I just find that it's a little bit of a nuisance having to take it in and out on such a small project. You know, the first round I kind of need it, but after that I don't. If you want to continue putting it in your first stitch, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and snip that little tail here. And get rid of that. So we've done 4 single crochet. We're going to continue putting 2 in each one until we come out with 10 here. Round 3, we're going to put 1 single crochet into each stitch for round 3, round 4, and round 5. So we'll start with the first stitch and continue around. I'll meet you back here in just a minute. Okay, so that's our 10th single crochet. That's the end of the round 3. And you can see it's starting to curl up there to make the hat. So we're going to continue putting 1 single crochet into each stitch for round 4, and then we'll do round 5. So that's the end of round 4. We're going to start round 5. Again, just putting 1 single crochet into each stitch. Okay, that's the end of round 5 there. You can go back and count if you're unsure how many you've completed there. You can start with your round 1 there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 rounds. To finish it off, what we're going to do is slip stitch to the next 2 stitches. 1 slip, 2, and then we're going to cut our yarn, leaving a little bit of a tail there to work with, and we're just going to pull it through, knot it off there, and then what we'll do is we'll weave in a little bit of that yarn to hide the end and snip it. So this is where your yarn needle comes in. And what I like to do, and you can do this any way you want, I'll come through that second stitch there, I'll come through the back of it, pull it through, and then I don't know if you can see here, the light's not too bright, but you have the little V's that are formed from your individual single crochets, and I like to just go underneath maybe 2 sets of those and then pull it through. And then on that third set of little V's there from your previous row single crochet, I'm just going to go through 1 of the little halves there, and then through the middle of that V and come out the back side there. And then that's where I'm going to snip it. And there you have it. Your 8-week gestation hat. For the 4-week hat, we used a C hook or a 2.75 millimeter. For the 5-week hat, we used a D hook or a 3.25 millimeter. For the 6-week hat, we used an F hook or a 3.75 millimeter. For the 7-week hat, we used an H hook or a 5.0 millimeter. And for the 8th week, I used an I hook, a 5.5 millimeter. I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or get in contact with Project Robby. And happy hooking!